Add a 1/5 of a second delay between your hand and your skin, and a robot can suddenly make you tickle yourself, which is strange because you've tried the normal way. You've wiggled your own fingers into your own ribs and felt absolutely nothing. So why does your body refuse to laugh for you but happily falls for a quarter-second trick? Here's the thing. This isn't some modern lab puzzle. People have been scratching their heads over it for more than 2,000 years. Aristotle, back in ancient Greece, reportedly turned this exact question over in his mind. Why a feather dragged across your own skin does nothing, but the same feather in someone else's hand makes you squirm. He didn't have brain scanners, obviously, so his best guess leaned on the element of surprise. Close, actually. But the real answer is stranger, and it hides inside a part of your brain you've probably never thanked. So here's where the surprise theory cracks. Researchers at University College London built a robotic setup that let people stroke their own palm, except the robot relayed the movement back to their skin. With zero delay, it felt like nothing, just as you'd expect. But when they added a tiny lag, about a fifth of a second, or nudged the trajectory off course, that same self-touch suddenly turned ticklish. Wait, your own hand doing your own movement, tickling you? That shouldn't happen. And that mismatch is the whole clue. Here's how scientists pieced it together. Every time you move, your cerebellum quietly runs ahead of you, predicting exactly what that movement should feel like. When the prediction matches the sensation, the brain shrugs and turns the volume down. It's just you. That's why your own poke feels like nothing. But researchers put a robot in the middle and added a 1/5 of a second lag between your hand and the touch. Suddenly the prediction arrived early, the sensation arrived late, and they no longer matched. Your brain flinched, treated it as an outside event, and you tickled yourself. So who's actually in control here? Here's the part that's stranger than any robot. People have been chewing on this question for over 2,000 years. Aristotle himself reportedly puzzled over why a feather in someone else's hand makes you squirm, but in your own does nothing. For most of that time, nobody had the brain scans to explain it, so it stayed a charming little mystery passed down through the centuries. Turns out the answer was hiding inside your own prediction system the whole time. So why does it matter beyond party tricks? Because that same prediction system does something you rely on every waking second. It tells apart things you do from things that happen to you. Lift your arm, and your brain quietly tags the motion as yours. That tag is how you know the world isn't shoving you around. The tickle is just the funniest way to catch your brain in the act of knowing who's in charge. So here's the whole trick in one sentence. That 1/5 of a second gap breaks your brain's prediction, and the touch your cerebellum tried to cancel suddenly slips through. The machine fools you into feeling your own hand is a stranger's, which means the only thing standing between you and tickling yourself is a little timing. Give the machine that delay and watch.